The British Army has once again captured the world's attention. They recently successfully tested a new artillery system, claimed to be one of the most accurate in the world. In a historic test, the artillery successfully hit a target at an incredible distance, 50 kilometers, with astonishing precision. But what does this achievement really mean? And how much impact will it have on global military power? To understand the significance of this test, let's take a step back. Artillery has been the backbone of battlefields since World Wars I and II. Cannons, howitzers, and even artillery rockets have shattered enemy defenses, paved the way for infantry, and even changed the course of battle. However, there's one major problem with traditional artillery: accuracy. While it can shoot far, shots often miss their target, landing several meters or even hundreds of meters away. As a result, much ammunition is wasted, and the risk of civilian casualties increases. This is why the British Army's latest test is so important. They used an artillery system paired with advanced guidance technology, a combination of GPS, inertial sensors, and modern navigation systems. With this combination, artillery projectiles are now not just fired as before, but controlled and guided until they hit their targets with high precision. Imagine an artillery shell traveling 50 kilometers, or the equivalent of the distance from Jakarta to Bogor, yet still hitting its target precisely. That's no longer just random firing, but a surgical strike from a long distance. In a test, the British Army's newest cannon fired ammunition at a static target 50 kilometers away. The results surprised military observers. The projectiles landed with a very small error rate, almost exactly on target. For the military, this was a major leap forward. Typically, the longer the firing range, the greater the chance of a miss. However, this new technology has successfully broken that old rule. So what are the advantages of this capability? First, this type of artillery provides safer firepower. Troops don't need to approach the front lines to attack. They can remain behind the battle lines, yet still be able to hit targets deep within enemy territory. Second, ammunition efficiency. Instead of firing dozens of projectiles to destroy a single target, only 1 or 2 accurate shots are needed. This means operational costs can be reduced while increasing effectiveness. Third, this capability also serves as a psychological deterrent. Imagine, the enemy knows that every point of their defense can be hit from tens of kilometers away with near-perfect accuracy. This will certainly have a tremendous deterrent effect. The success of this test is certainly not just news for the UK. Other countries are certainly watching it closely. Because in the military world, every technological innovation means a change in global strategy. Furthermore, we currently live in an era where modern conflict demands speed, precision, and minimal civilian casualties. More accurate weapons are clearly the future of modern warfare. Some analysts even say that with this technology, artillery could rival medium-range missiles, but at a much lower cost. While precision missiles cost millions of dollars per unit, guided artillery shells could cost a fraction of that. Of course, the UK isn't the only one developing this technology. The United States has already tested high-precision artillery with a projectile called Excalibur. Russia also has a similar system with modern guidance technology. However, what the UK is doing this time is a major step to ensure they don't fall behind in the global arms race. Furthermore, with the increasingly heated geopolitical situation in Europe and tensions between NATO and Russia, any new military capability will be a deciding factor. However, this success also raises a big question. Will this ultra-precise artillery technology be used solely for defense, or will it one day become an offensive weapon that could escalate conflict? We know that whenever a new, far more powerful weapon is introduced, other countries are compelled to develop a countermeasure. And history shows that arms races always end in more dangerous tensions. One thing is certain: the British Army's latest artillery test is more than just a show of capability. It's a signal to the world that they are ready to face the challenge.